Hey upcoming Texas real estate agents, my name is Justin and welcome to this video. In today's video, we're going to talk about number one, how you can become a real estate agent and how you can use AceableAgent to become a real estate agent. Number two, an exclusive access to AceableAgent's Texas online course. And number three, if you stick around to the very end, I'm going to show you guys what to study and what you guys can use to basically pass your real estate exam for the first time. So a little overview is I'm actually here in Atlanta, Georgia, and I actually got my real estate license here in Atlanta, Georgia with AceableAgent. And I really loved AceableAgent and I thought, hey, let me reach out to them as I get a lot of questions about the Texas real estate agent. So I asked them, can I get an access to the Texas real estate licensing course for Aceable? And they said, sure, we'll bring it on. So I got an exclusive access for you guys. And I also got you guys a 20% off coupon for you guys in the link down in the description down below. If you guys use that link, you'll get 20% off of AceableAgent's online course. So let's get right into it. All right, guys, so I just logged into AceableAgent.com and I clicked on Texas Real Estate School and Course. You guys will see the price right now is $422. But if you use that link in the description box below, you'll also get 20% off and you'll also be supporting my channel. On top of that, if you guys didn't know, this is an online course. There is an option to do a in-school, but this is for the online school, which pretty much, I think nowadays 95% of people are doing it because it's shorter. You get to do it on your own schedule and you get to do it on your home. You guys can see it is a 78% passing rate, which is a big passing rate. So as we go down through it, you guys will notice that I highlight some stuff for you guys so you guys know the key features. For you guys to get your pre-licensing course in Texas, you do have to take a 180-hour package. AceableAgent provides you the 180 package all together at that cost of, I think it was $422. But if you use that 20% off, it'll be like, if I do my math right, like $370, $380. And yes, it is separated into 6 courses: the principles, the laws, the contracts, and the finance. And this is pretty much anywhere you go. It's not just Aceable. This is the requirements for you guys to get your license in Texas. Now, once you do finish your courses, you will be having to take a test, a final test in a proctoring center for the final exam. The final exam is only for the state. There's a final exam for your courses, and then there is a final exam for your state of Texas. So those are two different things. I think a lot of people had questions about those. So yes, they are separate. You have to pass the courses and then the level assessments and the final exam for your pre-licensing course. And then you have a state of Texas pre-licensing final exam that you must take at a proctoring center. The steps for you guys to get your real estate license is, of course, finish your 180 hours of the pre-licensing course, which is AceableAgent. Once you do that, you get a background check, which you send into the state of Texas. If you do have a criminal record, you might not be able to. So if you do have a criminal record, check with the fitness determination from TREC. And then if they give you a pass, then go ahead and take your pre-licensing course and then do your final. And then number 3 is basically complete and pass the final exam in the proctoring center. And then you just submit your application form and you should be licensed. Now, the state exam is consisted of 40 questions and you must get 21 questions correct to pass. Now, for those of you who are wondering what is the passing rate, there's going to be 40 questions and you have to get 21 questions correct. The feature of Aceable that I really like that other online courses don't provide is that AceableAgent's course can be done wherever and whenever you want. What I mean by whenever and whenever, there is an app that you guys can download on your tablets, your phones, your laptop, your desktop, and they're all intertwined. So if you're working on your laptop and then let's say you decide that you're gonna go out somewhere and you're gonna use your phone, it integrates to your phone and it will know exactly what percentage you're on and it will just refresh on there. You can finish your course like that. So you can do it whenever you want, and that's the freedom and the thing that I loved about AceableAgent here in Atlanta when I took mine is that I could do it anywhere. On top of that, there's a feature that I'll talk to you guys about later when I show you guys the exclusive access of the course where it makes a big difference. Now, of course, I told you guys you have the freedom to learn at your own pace. You guys do have a real life instructor. If you guys are like iffy about, hey, do I have support or this and that? And you do. You'll have somebody called Candace, and Candace will help you guys out and you'll have access to your emails, and you'll also have a concierge support team that works 5 days a week. And literally AceableAgent's customer service is really good. Once you email or once you call, they pick up quickly and they will basically go through everything you need. I had a situation when I was taking a final exam here in Atlanta and I had some questions and I emailed them and they emailed me back literally like 2 or 3 hours later. So it's really good. You'll get, first class customer service. Here is the course overview of AceableAgent and basically how it works. So basically you'll have level and chapters. I'll show you guys that once I finish through this, and then you'll have an estimated time of completion, which is really great because I get a lot of questions like how many hours did it take you, or how many days did it take you, how many months did it take you, because here in Georgia it's only 90 hours, but in Texas it's 180 hours, so that's double. I got my license in a month, so if you guys can really go for it, I think 2.5 months, maybe even 2 months, but I'm thinking averaging what people are saying is about 3 months of how long it takes them to get their real estate license. Now you also do have a downloadable study guide, which basically breaks down every chapter, and I'll tell you, if you stay to the end, what you specifically should study. And basically you have pop-up questions, just an interactive thing so you know what you're going through the course. For the final exam for AceABLE, this is for the pre-licensing course final exam. You have level assessments, which we'll go over when we go through the course itself, but in the level assessments you have to pass at 100%. There is no time limits. It is a closed book test, so you can't open up a book and do it, but you get to take it 3 times. If you fail, you just have to retake the level itself, which is not too bad, and basically you have to try again. Now for the final exam is something that you'll take once you finish all 6 courses, and this is going to be 60 questions. It's going to be 2 hours long. You have to get at least a 70%, which is 42 out of 60. When I took my final exam here in Atlanta, I ended up with like a 92, if I believe, or maybe it was like an 87, which I'll show you guys what you guys really should study to pass your final exam. And on top of that, it is proctored. This is something that a lot of people were asking me is it proctored, or is it just like whatever, like do I just take it online and without any proctoring? Nope, it is proctored by a third-party examiner. It says right here. You select your time and they basically proctor you on your desktop, and you just have to take it. You just need to scan the room, so you can't cheat, guys, okay? But here's something that's really important that you guys should know. Your first failure, you must retake the test within 90 days of finishing the course, which is not too bad. If you miss the opportunity, then you'll have to restart the course to the beginning. Yes, if it took you 2 months to do the whole 6 courses and you just forgot that you have a 90 days, you have to retake starting back to course 1. So make sure you guys finish it in the 90 days. And after your second failure, you have to retake the entire course from the beginning. Make sure you know what you guys are studying, and you finish your exam by the second chance. If not, you have to start from the beginning. But positive thing is you don't have to pay again. So if you guys were worried about you have to pay for an exam again, nope, you do not. You just have to start from the beginning. All right, now that we talked about the overviews of how to get your licensing in Texas and what AceableAgent offers, I'm gonna show you guys the exclusive access right now. So once you guys purchase your AceableAgent online course, this is what you're gonna see. This is basically how it's gonna look like. Remember guys, if you want 20% off, there is a link down in the description box below that can save you guys a lot of money and support me. You'll see that there are gonna be 6 courses. You'll see the principles, the law, the finance, laws, the contracts, and then you do also have an exam prep, which is really nice for you guys. I'll show you guys later on in the video how you guys can study for your exam also. These will probably be blanked. I'm not quite sure. When I took my Georgia real estate license, those were blanked out, and it'll only let you click on the first one. So when you click on the principle of real estate 1, it will basically give you your levels. Now, these levels are gonna be locked. Marissa, who works for AceABLE, was kind enough to give me full access, was able to give me all of them. Now, these are all gonna be locked when you guys first log in. But what happens is you'll start with level 1, and there'll be a button that says, there's 11 chapters in level 1, and you'll have to go through it. Chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, and let's just choose chapter 5. You'll basically read through it. A really good thing about AceableAgent is that if you guys are more like an audible book type of person, or you're busy, maybe you're cooking, or maybe you're in the car, there's an option on the top right, if you guys look right here, that has an audio button. When you click on the audio, it reads through the whole chapter. So it's like an audiobook. So if you guys are really busy, or maybe let's say you're in the gym and you're working out, you can listen to it and also progress on your real estate course, which is really amazing that I don't think any any other real estate course does this. You guys go through it and then you press the arrows, and then these are the interactive questions, the quiz that they give you. It's basically a 1 to 3 questions that they'll give you about what you just read. You submit your answer. If it's wrong, it explains to you guys why it was wrong, and then you go on. Basically, that's it. And then you have to go through 15 levels. Once you guys finish one full course, then on the bottom, it will have the assessment. Now, remember, guys, the assessment is like your test of a course. If we go over, guys, this is what you guys have to remember, right? It's gonna be at least 3 questions long. Some levels may have more questions. I've never taken the level assessment, so I don't know how long the questions are, but it looks like it's at least 3 questions long. You have to pass with 100%. There is no time limit, and you can retake the test up to 3 times. But if you do fail, pretty much it'll lock all of them, and then you have to go back to level 1. So make sure you guys pass all the level assessments. If you finish all of them, then you'll have your national exam prep, which is basically probably what you need to learn for your exam for the national portion. There is a state portion, which, well, I'll go over in a little later. But basically that's it. Once you finish all this, then you'll get an email from AceableAgent saying sign up for your final exam, and then you'll take your exam. For those of you guys who are wondering about the resources, there are a couple of resources that AceableAgent provides, which is practice test for all the courses on top of a final prep test that they'll give you. On top of that, they give you a Quizlet, key terms that you guys need to learn, the level summaries, basically the suggested study schedules, mastery tracking, study tips, and the course video playlist. Now, some of you guys who are asking, do I take notes on all of the levels? And my answer was no. Don't do that, because it will take you forever. I know people who've done this and they've told me that it's taken them almost pretty much half a year to do it. When I took my exam, or when I did my AceableAgent, I began taking notes, and then I realized that this was going to take a crap load of time. But if you're a notes person, go ahead and do it. And if you're not worried about taking your time with it, go ahead. But what I suggested other people was do not take notes, because this is just going to be probably a whole notebook of notes, and you're not really going to study it. So if you want to take notes, go ahead, but I suggest you guys not take notes. Basically use their practice test, their Quizlets, and pretty much all the resources they have for you. Now, when you guys finish your courses, all 6 courses, you do have to take the final exam for AceableAgent. And some of you guys were asking me, how do I study for it? Because there's so many stuff. Now, what I suggested was, once you guys finish all of these, it will tell you right here. It says practice test and study, guys. The practice test is for the AceableAgent final exam. And literally what I did was I went through at least 30 times of those practice tests as the questions switch, and whatever I didn't know, I wrote it down and I sort of memorized why it was wrong. That was the way that I studied to pass my AceableAgent final exam. So I highly suggest you guys go through the practice exams 30 to 40 times and study through it. And also go to the study guides to see what's important. Remember, guys, it's not all about vocab for the real estate license test. It's all about how you can use the terms in formation of the question. That's really what's important. So you guys can't just study vocab. You also have to study in terms of real life. What are the differences between, real life situations versus a vocab? Now, once you guys finish the AceableAgent pre-licensing course and you do get your final exam and you've passed, now you'll send in your background check, and then you have to take a final exam at a proctoring center. And there is also a fee, $43 for your salesperson exam, and it's not refundable. So make sure you guys set the date and you guys put in your calendar, because you can't get a refund. Here's what I'm going to show you guys that literally I've used for Georgia real estate license, and I've also recommended other people use, and they've also passed with it, which is the Pearson VUE, which is basically the company that you guys will be taking your licensing, candidate handbook. You guys can just search up on Google Texas real estate candidate handbook PDF, and this will show up, and this can be done in any state. This handbook is really crucial and really important because it will tell you, one, your testing centers, how to make an exam reservation, your fees, what you need for your exam date. And it will also give you guys something that a lot of people don't know, is it will give you content outlines. If I go down here, it will specifically tell you what you guys need for your exam date. But On top of that, it will tell you guys a lot more detailed about the exam, like the portions, how many questions there are, how many times you have, what is considered pass or fail. Now it also tells you how to retake the exam, and it also tells you the score explanation, the percentage score that you need to pass. Remember guys, the state exam will be 40 questions and you must pass with 21 questions. That's only for the state exam. You also have to take a national portion, which is all combined in one. On top of that, it tells you basically the rules, but the most crucial part is this right here, preparing for the exam. This is what you must know. It will basically tell you study materials, basically where they've gotten their stuff from, and also the state portion, and also the math calculations on what it's gonna look like, you know, round off calculations. And down below, you guys will have sample test questions on how it's going to look like. And it also does give you the answer key on the bottom too. Now this is all free guys, remember that. And on top of that, it will break down what's gonna be on your national exam content outline. So it'll tell you guys, hey, 9 questions on your salesperson exam is gonna be about real property versus personal property, this and that, this and that. And it will go through all the topics that will be on your exam and basically what you guys should prioritize on your studying. Looks like there's more on property values and appraisal versus real estate property characteristics. So you should focus on studying this topic more than the real property characteristics. And I'll go through all of them so you guys know. Real estate practice is more, so you should maybe prioritize doing this one first. On top of that, it will go through the state law portion, which is really crucial because it'll also tell you, hey, of those 40 questions, what's gonna be on it. It looks like agency and brokerage is the top amount of questions that will be on the exam. So this is gonna be the one that you might wanna study first and understand. This is for the broker. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are gonna be salesperson real estate licensing. So this is pretty much what you guys will study. In the description box below, if you guys want, I'll give you guys the exam prep book that I actually bought. I bought an ebook of it and I basically studied through it. All it does is give you vocab and it will give you practice questions. But those practice questions were literally the same outline and the wording of how the final exam is gonna look like. If you guys can splurge a little bit of your money, I would suggest you guys get that because the first time I took my licensing, I failed. But the second time I bought that book and I studied through the book and I passed. So I highly recommend you guys buy that book. It will be a link in the description box below for you guys to purchase it. It is also an affiliate link, I believe. So if you do buy it through that link, also do that. But if you do have any questions, now remember guys, I'm not from Texas and I'm not Texas licensed. So you guys can ask me questions, but some of the questions that you might ask, I might not know the questions for. So it might be better that if you guys are with AceABLE, contact AceableAgent support. But if you guys do have any, basic general questions, leave in the comment section below. I'll make sure that I'll reply to you guys. I'm really good at that. And if you guys like this video, make sure you guys like it. If you guys like the type of content like this and basically how it is getting your license, how it's like being a real estate agent, also buying investment properties, Airbnb and stuff like that, make sure you guys subscribe to this channel. Hopefully I gave you guys a lot of informative tips and tricks and basically how AceableAgent goes. And I highly recommend you guys use AceableAgent. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate you guys, your support and your love, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.